Hello, my name is Abe, and today we're going to be taking a look at Fogpiercer Demo, also called Train Strategy Game in Windows. That's what the title of the window says. It's a train game, and it might be a card deck builder as well, but it's not a monster train. I think it plays more like a convoy, which, if you remember, was kind of like FTL, but you played with trains. That's just my assumption. We're gonna check it out though. Let's play the tutorial and see how the tutorial goes. Also made in Godot, so they've done it. There's been a Godot game. There's other Godot games, but it's not a very common engine. The game itself has some technical issues. The screen and the window does not load correctly most of the time, and the loading times are horrendously long. But otherwise, let's do this. Welcome to Fogpiercer. This is your home screen where every run starts. You can unlock modules, cards, and set up your train before your runs. Hit start button. So we have different parts of the train. We have a Fogpiercer, that's the engine. Game over if destroyed. It looks like it has 2 health. Shield is just a shield train, and artillery is artillery train. It shoots things. Level, trains at the top. Money, deck, we have certain cards. Artillery attack, metal plates to shield. I'm invested. I love it already, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's a train. Maybe because as an aging man, I think of trains and I think, why do I have a sudden aspiration to play with trains? You choose the next encounter on the map. Hover over encounters gives you information about them. Fight. Hovering over this encounter does not give me information about it, except this one is a canyon at the bottom. Cliffs run along the top. So you have a grid. It's the shape and the size of the next battle. The grid, I'm assuming this is the rail line. There's going to be 1 tile above us, 2 tiles below us, and there could be more tiles above us, below us, or none. And there's 1 single bandit gonna be in this fight encounter here. See, I love that loading time, instantaneous. Okay, you take no damage during the tutorial. Playing cards costs energy. Hover over a card to inspect it. Right click to inspect it. Hovering over a card shows where it can be placed on the grid. Hovering a cell will visualize the results of the action. Play the artillery card. So we have metal panels. Adds 3 shield to a carriage. Amount of shield decreases by distance from the locomotive. I see. The artillery is shot from the artillery. It's cool. It has a little animation. The cannon rises up as you mouse over the cards. It hits in a range, but it cannot hit adjacent. And the only thing that we have that does damage is that part of the train. How do you move? You're on a track. We don't move. The enemies will move around us, and we can manipulate ourselves forward and backwards, it looks like. We can move forward or backwards to defend parts of the train. For instance, if I move forward, I will dodge this guy's attack. So there's a movement mechanic, which immediately reminds me also of Cobalt Core. Cobalt Core has a movement mechanic, and this just seems like a game that kind of extends that type of a mechanic, where you have movement and you have cards. Same deal. There's a rock incoming, which will break the car, so weirdly enough, I'm not gonna play anything. Oh, in 3 turns there's a rock coming. I gotcha. We have other cards that we can play, like, is that Bogey Exchange or Boogie Exchange? Discard hand, move all cards to the draw pile and shuffle it, then draw 5 cards. You can probably just say discard hand, shuffle, then draw. But yeah, let's draw because we have nothing that can actually do any damage here. Shield and metal panels is different. Shield is one shield, metal panels is multiple shield, but only up close. Okay, we are going to discard. I will kill you. All cards need to be used on a cell. If there's one cell, they can only be, if there's one available cell only, they can be used on any cell on the grid. What? Oh, so because it doesn't actually take a target, you just play it. Enemies show their intent. Shoot an artillery next to the unit to move them. Their intent moves as well. Finish the fight. You probably don't even have to say, you know, click anywhere on the grid. Just have it click the grid in general. But anyways, shoot him. Put on your 3D goggles now. Bit of a lag spike happening there, but that's okay. That's a technical fault, not a game fault, like a gameplay fault, let's say. We got money. We will leave. I have to admit that the motion of the background might get distracting. So I just wanted to look because there were a lot of accessibility options when I looked. You can reduce the screen shake and reduce the travel speed multiplier, which I think is the background. And I want to see if you can actually make these things stop, because it might be appropriate for people who, you know, might have motion sickness. I generally don't. I will say that Star of Providence did make me a little bit motion sick on the true final boss. I think that was poor design, but we're gonna try the no motion and see how that works. There's a canyon and cliffs. I wonder how these work. Can you push enemies into the canyon and cliff? Let's see. Yeah, RE6 definitely made me a little bit motion sick. Oh, and there you go. The grid will always try to visualize the results of actions the artillery can damage, move, or both. Be tactical with enemy intents. So it kind of looks like a different game when there's no motion happening. I want to see something though. If we go to travel speed 200%. Oh, there's the cliff, by the way. Oh no, there's the cliff. There's the chasm. They have finally appeared. So it's definitely moving super fast. What if we just go down to like 25%? It might be a little bit better, you know, it's not quite zooming around. A little bit easier on the bit rate as well. Jaxie Pants did say, oh good. I'm assuming you would prefer it to be slower as opposed to faster. All right, there's two buggy miniguns. This one can't shoot me, this one can. Oh yeah, we can't hit this guy because he's too close. So, he's gonna hit us for one. I will shield for one. Some fights happen next to cliffs. Enemies can be pushed off or pushed into them. Moving enemies in front of the train allows you to ram them afterwards. I love it. But it does hurt you a little bit. Okay. So I was wondering about that. We can push him into the wall. Oh no, I see. If when you shoot it, it does a push on adjacent tiles to the gun, not on whatever you hit. Oh, also this is a free card. I could have done this differently. I understand now. So you want to push enemies next to the artillery and try to knock them into the wall. For instance, no, that's not how that worked. How does artillery attack work? Move adjacent units away. Is he not adjacent? Adjacent to what? Oh, move units away from the point of impact. Oh. Okay, well, we'll you know, lose our artillery and then, oh, it's the tutorial anyways. Gotcha. Okay. So we can maybe move back a little bit, knock him into the wall. This enemy was moved diagonally as well. Gotcha. Okay, and this enemy, I can probably push him into the drink and kill him instantly because it's a chasm. Understood. It took me a minute to realize what the point of being pushed was. I thought it was going to be pushed, initially I thought it was going to be pushed away from the train, then I thought it was away from the artillery, but it's actually away from the point of impact. Gotcha. Granted, it does say that. If I, you know, read, I could have noticed. Quark, welcome. I heard there's news today. Silk Song, it's coming. Gungeon, it's coming. Yes, indeed. I'm looking forward to both of those games. Probably Silk Song more than Gungeon, because I played a lot of Gungeon. And it looks like the transition to 3D I have mixed feelings about, but we'll see how it actually plays out when we, you know, buy the game and play it in 6 months. This is a new version of Enter the Breach. I thought Abe hated the train level. Either you forgot the name of the game or that's a joke on multiple levels. Username says probably like Into the Breach Artillery. Yep, exactly. Now that I understand that, I'm dialed in. The soothing monotony of your train is briefly interrupted by the murmuring radio. You can repair, upgrade, and buy carriages at the depot. Because I turned down the speed, he didn't actually reach the depot. Oh man, what would have happened if we had the speed up to 200%? That's funny. Each wagon health plus 1 money. Choose 1 reward. I will take the money. Select one of the carriages to see its details, cards, and upgrade options. Okay. Cards at the top are active and in your deck. The ones below the carriage's pool. New cards can be taken. Selecting the new carriage will allow you to buy it. Select the new carriage and allow you to buy it. Hold on a second. I want to do this tutorial again and set it up to 200%. Well, we're not going to buy it, I suppose. Release artillery smoke, pushing enemies away from the carriage. Receive AP equal to the number of red cards in your hand. Shoot at 3 cells in a line. What? Target range, impact range. I see. So target range means it'll only fire 1 square in front of the carriage, but along both sides. Impact range means it'll hit whatever you aim at and then 2 cells behind it. Very funky way of describing the, yeah, like look at the targeting range of this stuff. What the hell is this? Why is it in such a weird pattern? Okay. I mean, I like it. It's very, very interesting. It also does more damage. So can we add the card? Level up to activate one of these. Okay, we can upgrade the carriage. It's currently upgraded 0 times. So we upgrade it. A little loud. We add a card. Okay, and then it doesn't get health. Okay, let's take a look at the locomotive. We get boogie exchange and metal panels. Choose a card, add a temporary hold to it. Hold is not a keyword that's displayed, but I think it just means don't discard it. Burnout, choose a card, set AP cost to 0, and add exhaust. Coal Pusher, reduce movement costs by 1. Honestly? Oh, we didn't get the car. I see. It is a random chance that you're going to get the card that you want. Discard exhausts. Instantly grant the driver 15 experience. Sure, give me the experience. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's meta progression, I think. And then the shield car. Deal damage to enemy units equal to their shield amount +1. I assume enemy units. Target range. Since it has no target requirement, I think the target, it can hit anyone, anywhere. Shield siphon. Steal shield and apply it to your own carriage. Like, these also don't have, like, targets at all. Okay, let's upgrade. And then get a... We'll get a shield revenge? I don't know. It's okay. We'll chill. Oh, it also tells you how many cards of that type you've played up on the run up to this point. Beautiful. Okay, well, I can't access the depot. That's okay. The more cards you play with the carriage, the faster it upgrades and unlocks new cards. The better you do in your run, the more spikes, permanent currency you get. That's it for the tutorial. All right. Draw an extra card at the beginning of a new fight. So there are items that you can get as well. Understood. Now, I really want to see what happens if we do the tutorial. It'll be super fast. Hit play. No, go back to the main menu. I want to see what happens if you do the tutorial at 200% speed if you go straight through the depot. Okay? So this will take 2 seconds. Honk honk. Train moves very fast. That guy had a hard time getting back onto the train. We'll just smack him. And then smack him. Take the money. Go to the next fight. Go. Honk honk. And then knock you into the drink. It'll do 1 damage because it pushes you against the wall. It doesn't actually kill you. That's fine. I don't actually care about, like, perfecting this. I'm enjoying Rogue Trader so much again, says Ashen Ran. Still a game I have not played. But one day, perhaps I shall. Pork says, my Costco is apparently dead on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, no lines. Maybe one day I should go to Costco and buy some things. Okay. Here we go! Oh, it still stops you in the depot, huh? But we can look at the new carriage at the very least. It's a minigun. If damage is dealt to a unit with this effect, it will skid 1 cell backwards. Does not work on heavy enemies. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. Minigun. Precision shot deals 2 damage to an enemy, but only in the line in front and behind the train. Suppressor fire deals 1 damage to all enemies in a line. Ammo scavenger, draw 2 minigun cards, 1 from the draw and 1 from the discard. Cool mechanics. Let's go back to the main menu. I am going to put the travel speed back down, but I'll have to crank it up when we enter a depot. Let's play the game a little bit. How do you just cruise over those bombs without detailing? You mean derailing? Okay, driver. Not in the demo. There's another driver we can take. Carriages. Artillery, minigun, passenger carriage. Generates more money. Economy carriage. Harpoon, remote control. Tesla coil. Well, we played this one previously. Let's play as the steam engine. Fogpiercer is the one that we started with. Let's put on the, no, let's go to artillery, change it for minigun. That's all I wanted to do, because it's all we can do. Card syringe, energy siphon, fight back. Cannot disable the base tier abilities. Draw an extra card at the beginning of the fight. Get 1 AP for every third enemy destroyed. Gain 5 AP when a wagon is destroyed. First enemy destroyed by the player per encounter gives double experience. And then all of the cards. There's base cards. Not everything has art for it. And then more cards as we progress through the locomotive and whatnot. Acceptable. So let's see, what do we have? Lots, oh my god, lots and lots and lots of things on the map. A boss that has debuffs. I like the presentation of buffs and debuffs, just little blocks. Cliffs can be both, but this is a positive. Card reward. Good way of just being able to look at the map and seeing the general distribution of buffs and debuffs. Can you get a hazmat card or a hazmat car? I hope so. Deals with poison and plague. Depot with a discount on carriages, but we only have to worry about the first bit of the game before we hit the boss. Convoy, convoy. Let's go to the convoy. We'll do a fight. Potential bandits. There's a ramming buggy. And hold on a second. I hit restart. There should really be a confirmation on that. I hit the wrong freaking button. Okay, hold on. Put the minigun on, start your run. This is a very interesting loadout. Enemy support fire confirmed, a canyon at the bottom. Why would I want to do that? I just wanted to actually go to the options, because it seems like this isn't working necessarily. Give it a second. Let it load. I want to see if train speed multiplier is working. There it goes. Now it's working. I mean, it does say not a guaranteed, system. It's not done yet. Minigun? Minigun? Minigun. I see. The first card does not actually move the enemy back. It's only subsequent cards played on that fight. Okay, now we're locked in. There are support units. Adds a shield to a random enemy every turn. So you're shooting me, you're going to... It's all just shooting enemies. But I can't help but notice the minigun doesn't have the range to hit the back line. Really? Yeah, target range is only 2 to the sides, so I can't even hit that enemy. It's gonna be very interesting trying to find a way to kill him. I guess I could potentially make him shoot his enemy, or shoot his friend, but, or I could just not. Shoot you. Shoot you. I don't think shields last turn over turn. I can shoot an empty tile. Yeah, shields are temporary. But we can minigun. Minigun. Are you sure what you want to end the turn? Yes, I'm sure I want to end the turn. Minigun. We only drew 4 cards there, which was interesting. I don't know why. Oh, you know what? There was a rock about to hit that back line anyway, so even if there was an enemy there, that would kill him eventually. Repair truck, movement truck, shield truck, ram buggy, and buggy minigun. I'm loving the loading times. There are occasional hitches that I'm not entirely certain why they exist, but, you know, game development's hard. I am A-okay with that. That's gonna do 2 damage, because he's gonna ram his friend and explode. Why is this card so expensive? The Boogie Exchange. Such an expensive card. It's like it oh, cost up. Increases AP cost each time another card is played. You have to play it as your first card. I gotcha. You know what? Oh. It's a ramming tank. I understand now why that buggy was destroyed, because he rammed his friend. There we go. Little bug there. Couldn't select my card. Can you hit Collat's username? You mean collaterals? You definitely can hit collateral damages. Let's add a card. So these are not carriage cards, and these are not locomotive cards. These are like game cards. Move forward by 1 after an attack. Gain 3 extra AP. Move back by 1 after an attack. Let's just get more movement, because we can move manually. Chop, chop. Okay, before we do this, travel speed multiplier does need to get to 100%. I don't think we can afford to manipulate that. Yeah, I figured. Let's get a reward. And is there anything here we can do? Nothing. We can remove a card, or we could shop. Move back by 1, move forward by 1. Gain 1 AP every 3rd enemy destroyed. Or 5 when a wagon is destroyed. I mean, how much money do we have? 170? I think I'd rather save my money and, like, handle the carriage at some point. Fogpiercer, shield, minigun, Monica Cold Snap. Oh, character cards as well. Yo, the UI in this game looks really good as well. I like the design of it. I like the sharp colors and the sharp edges of things. It's got a good font. It's got the Balatro thing of you mouse over the card and it kind of turns as you hover over it. Gives everything a nice 3D look. This game is really good so far. I am going to... I'm not going to remove anything because, like, I don't know what to remove. Like, I kind of need all my cards, I feel, at this point. You make a stop at a derailed train. No survivors seem to have made it, but the train may still hold value. Get a module, repair the train, do nothing, duplicate a card. I don't think I have a card worth duplicating. So what I will do is get a module. Fight back, 1 of 4 chance of success. Okay, we didn't have to do a fight, which is what I thought was going to happen there. Drone bike, buggy minigun. Shield support truck. One thing that I wish is those... I guess the game is always rendering the train, and it just changes the behavior in front of you. There's a lot of combat coming in on this turn. One thing is that enemies that are ramming you and enemies that are shooting have the same look, so I don't know what's what. This enemy's shooting, this enemy's ramming, but it's the exact same color, the exact same UI. Into the Breach does it differently by having a dotted line on a ranged attack, and melee attacks just have a thick line. So, you know, that's at least a visual differentiation. This is just, well, there's no differentiation, so I have a hard time seeing what's happening. We will gain AP, because we need it. Oh, next turn! Well, what else are we gonna do on this turn except shoot? Well, that's actually like, that's a pretty good double kill. Oh, and I understand now why the shield cards get so cheap. They have cost down. Lowers the cost as you play things. Understood. I'm learning. He's learning. Here's what I'm gonna do. Shoot you, destabilizes you, then I can knock you back later and kill one of your friends. For now, we moved forward one and ended our turn. But he's not destabilized this turn. However, I can still get a double kill by shooting this guy. So we're only taking 2 damage. There's one, well, there's one shield. There's one shield. We have infinity energy, but, whoops. Infinity energy, but nothing really to spend it on. I, don't know how much movement these enemies... right click to show you the ranges. I don't know how much movement the enemies have. It would be nice if you could see their movement range. Then maybe you could plan things a little bit better, because right now I'm not really doing much, am I? Here we go. Another minigun. We also only draw 4 cards. Normally these games make you draw 5 every turn. I should keep in mind that we're only drawing 4, and we only draw 5 on the first turn. Move forward by 1 or back by 1 after an attack. I'm gonna pass. I will go to the depot, and if we could add a 4th carriage, that seems... I don't know if it is actually that strong, because it does still add cards to your deck, and you still have, like, allowances on the targeting. Like, you have to be in range of the enemy and whatnot. I want to see something. Okay, it did not give them more max health. I see. So there's the minigun. We could buy an artillery. Let us buy an artillery. Clunk. I wonder how long of a train we can actually make here. We can upgrade and add cards. Precision shot. Suppressive fire. Draw 2 minigun cards. Ammo scavenger. I will upgrade you. And I'll take ammo scavenger. We will then... I wouldn't mind precision shot as well. 2 damage. Then we'll upgrade the artillery. We're gonna try carpet bomb one of these days. And then we're out of money. Let's move on. It's a boss. First round, AP -1, cliffs run along the top of the battlefield. There's our boss car. Lodgezo! Okay. We'll fight Lodgezo. Hey, you're not paying. Ooh. Never mind. Hand over all you got. God, that's a lot of enemies. Jesus. Sometimes they only move once, sometimes they do move twice. Okay. Well, might as well draw some cards. Although we could have played this and then drawn a card and then played it again. I'm understanding, though, we can actually get a double kill pretty easily with precision shot, because if we shoot an enemy in the front, they will go backwards and explode. I thought it would do 2 damage, though. But you can kind of chain kills a little bit here. So precision shot on the minigun. Shoot. Knock him back. Shoot him. Knock him back. Shoot him. Knocks him back. And then we're only taking 2? Train ram moves this unit in a random direction. So we're only taking 2 damage. Sorry, 3 damage. 1 there, and 1 there. If we move forward, we can avoid 1 damage, and then you'll shoot your friend. Then we can shield. Oh, the shield only works in a range of 1. Target range. Ah. The shield carriage can only shield what's adjacent to it. How interesting. That was unexpected. All right, take a shot, end turn. So one of our train bits is disabled. Oh, the side-to-side motion, man. I think I will, like, it's gonna turn it way down. Because that is a lot of side-to-side motion happening at all times. Good God. It's the only negative that I can really come up with in this game so far, is that side-to-side motion is extreme. Let us can still get a kill here. Not taking too much damage. So we can shield here, shield here. My weapons are disabled, unfortunately, and he's gonna keep disabling the same bit over and over again. Your wagons, your carriages don't really have... Well, this seems like a very good time to reset my hand. You don't really have too many... You don't have a lot of health, which means there's no room for mistakes. You really can't afford to take any damage. All of my... Like, why am I drawing so many artillery shots? How many artillery cards were added to my deck? Oh, because we discarded and we drew the same freaking cards. Well, I can't save this carriage unless I move back 1, so we're probably gonna move back 1. I also move forward. Or I could move back 2. Now, what happens when our locomotive gets freaking ionized? I have no idea. Maybe I can't move? Probably can't move, if I had to guess. Or maybe just those cards are disabled. This thing is still disabled? For how long? For forever? Okay, well, a precision shot seems good here. Kill you. Or kill you. Now, kill you. Assuming we can move back 1, we'll be okay. What do you do? 1 shield to a random unit at the end of its turn. You know what? You're gonna disable my ability to shield. That's okay. Methinks I need to maybe turn up the travel speed multiplier. Aha, yeah. Okay. Oh, I don't like the motion, man. Turns out, at, 30 minutes of that, it's gonna make anyone feel a little bit weird. Get wrecked. Oh, you've decided to shoot me, huh? I can't kill you. I can move out of the way, though. So you're gonna miss. We're kidding about experimental features. Yeah. Moves adjacent units away from the point of impact. Let's start by moving back. What a weird targeting range of this thing. That being said, now it's just you. Can't help but feel like the volume is also a little bit loud at times. Carpet shot, shoot at 3 cells in a line. Yeah, it only hits 1 tile in front of the artillery, but it does hit 3 tiles behind it. If I move forward twice, we get out of the way. So we'll move forward twice. He can't be moved. I guess I could have carpet bombed him then. That would have probably done it. All right, he's dead. We took 1 damage. 1 less nasty bandit to worry about. I guess you can repair every combat, so it's pretty easy for you to get your health back. Okay, so I think it's okay to maybe end it here, just because we've seen, I think, really what there is to see in the game, other than like additional cars and whatnot, but that's probably going to be coming later. This seems like a really fun game. Pretty strange as a game. Not really. It's it is very similar to something like Convoy and Cobalt Core. In Cobalt Core, movement is a mechanic. You are moving left and right while also shooting shots at a ship. It's very similar to what you're seeing here, except you're also moving. You're shooting on both sides of the train, and movement cost is the same energy cost as what you use to play your cards. It might be interesting to see what the gameplay would be like if they split out the resource for movement from the energy cost for playing cards. You could play cards that gives you movement, similar again to Cobalt Core. I don't know. But I like Fogpiercer so far. It's a good stylistic deck builder that's doing different things. I really enjoy the UI. It's very smooth and very crisp, and like when you play, it just kind of like zooms back into the train and you just keep going. A bit laggy at times, and the motion of the background, again, maybe I've just been getting a little bit more sensitive to motion lately, but I've never been big on being motion sick, especially in like first-person shooters and whatnot. I'm totally fine. I'll never get motion sick at all, as long as the camera isn't moving on its own or swaying like it was in Resident Evil 6. But something about the constant motion of the background here is getting to me a little bit. It might just be due to the fact that I have a little bit of a headache. It's making my headache a little bit worse. But games have to be very careful about severe motion like this. You'll notice that in a game like Monster Train, it's less problematic because the only parts of the train that you see in motion are at the edges of the screen. The wheels and like the train background moving underneath the train or to the sides of the train. But the body of the train provides a constant, steady backdrop that keeps the player centered and prevents motion sickness. But in this game, you know, I have noticed that high chance that the motion is pretty severe. And it is causing even myself to be a little bit like, whoa, that's a lot of motion. And I can't imagine what it's like for people who actually suffer from like severe motion sickness. But other than that, Fogpiercer looks like a great game. I would like to see more of this game as it continues through its development, but it has a demo on Steam. Actually, I think the demo is going to be out in like a couple of days. I've got an early access peek at the demo, but it looks like a very fun game and I'm enjoying it. Again, I would like to see this game develop further. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for now. Subscribe for now. Yeah, subscribe for now. That's good enough.